Hello, I'm Sarah Collins. For decades, my job was to track the invisible threads of global trade from high-security briefing rooms. Today, those threads are snapping in plain sight. The unlimited everything era is over. It hasn't been replaced by a total collapse, that's a Hollywood fantasy, but by something more insidious: friction. Friction is the silent tax on your time and your stability. It's the 3-month delay on a water heater part. It's the out-of-stock sign on basic antibiotics. It's the ghost shelf, where the store looks full but the variety is gone and the prices have doubled. 2026 is the year we reset our expectations. We are moving from a world of just-in-time to a world of just-in-case. For the American homeowner, self-reliance isn't a hobby anymore. It's the only way to ensure that when the next maritime gate closes, your family doesn't feel the squeeze. To understand why your local hardware store is empty, you have to look at the 4 gates. These are the maritime choke points where 90% of global trade must pass. First is the Strait of Malacca, the Windpipe of Asia. Roughly 25% of all global trade passes through this narrow stretch. It is the exit ramp for every semiconductor, solar panel, and appliance coming out of East Asia. Currently, rising regional tensions mean insurance premiums for ships here have spiked 400%. Second is the Suez Canal, the gateway to Europe. We saw what happened when one ship, the Ever Given, got stuck for 6 days. Now, imagine a permanent risk zone. Every day a ship avoids Suez to sail around Africa, it adds 10 days and $1 million in fuel costs to the journey. You pay that at the register. Third is the Strait of Hormuz, the energy tap. Even as we transition to renewables, the global economy still breathes oil and gas. 20% of the world's liquefied natural gas passes through here. When Hormuz gets noisy with military drills, the cost of plastics, fertilizers, and transportation globally jumps overnight. Finally, there is the Panama Canal, right in our own backyard. Droughts and aging infrastructure have slowed the canal to a crawl. Ships are now waiting weeks to pass, or paying millions in auction fees to skip the line. This is the primary route for grain leaving the American Midwest and finished goods reaching the East Coast. The most dangerous thing about the 4 gates is the lag effect. When a strike happens in the Red Sea today, you don't see it tomorrow. You see it in 90 days. This is the time it takes for a ship to be rerouted, for the inventory to be depleted at the regional distribution center, and for the back order notification to hit your inbox. By the time the average consumer realizes there's a shortage, the opportunity to prepare has already passed. You are effectively living 3 months in the past. For 30 years, American corporations worshipped at the altar of just-in-time manufacturing. The goal was to hold zero inventory. Why pay for a warehouse when the ocean is your warehouse? Why keep spare parts when you can fly them in from Germany in 24 hours? This was designed for a world without friction. In 2026, it is a suicide pact. Publicly traded companies are trapped. If they spend billions to build massive stockpiles, their stock price drops because they have lazy capital sitting on shelves. They are incentivized to stay lean, which means they are incentivized to be fragile. When a gate closes, these companies have no buffer. They pass the cost of the delay to you through dynamic pricing, or they simply stop carrying low-margin items. This is why you can find a $2,000 TV, but you can't find a $15 replacement valve for your sink. Because the corporation will not hold inventory for you, you must become your own warehouse. In the era of friction, the value of an item isn't what you paid for it. It's the cost of not having it when you need it. If a $50 part keeps your $5,000 HVAC system running during a heat wave, that part is worth $5,000. Building a home warehouse isn't about hoarding, it's about decoupling. You want to decouple your family's daily survival from the volatility of the global shipping lanes. We are moving toward the 2027 friction tax. This is the projected 15 to 25% permanent increase in the cost of durable goods due to reshoring costs and shipping instability. Asset stacking is the process of converting your depreciating cash into high-utility, high durability physical assets now. Don't buy stuff. Buy systems. Start with water, gravity-fed filters, spare gaskets, and manual hand pumps. Municipal systems rely on just-in-time chemicals and parts. For energy, look at portable power stations, foldable solar panels, and rechargeable batteries. Grid brownouts are the new normal in high-friction eras. For maintenance, keep universal plumbing kits, a deep stock of HVAC filters, and high-quality hand tools. Professional repair wait times are moving from days to months. Finally, health. Keep a 1-year supply of everyday medications, trauma kits, and dental repair kits. 80% of active pharmaceutical ingredients come through the Malacca gate. Avoid the prepper meals that taste like cardboard. Instead, use the cycle method. Buy 20% more of what you already eat every time you shop until you have a 6-month buffer. Focus on input goods, things that allow you to create other things like flour, salt, oils, and seeds. By the end of 2026, your home should be an island of stability. If the ghost shelves at the grocery store become a permanent fixture, your life shouldn't change for at least 2 quarters. I've spent a lot of time talking about maps and warehouses, but let's get to the heart of it. You cannot warehouse everything. You cannot be an expert in everything. The ultimate hedge against global friction isn't just a full pantry, it's a strong neighborhood. If you have the tools and your neighbor has the mechanical skill, you both survive the friction. If you have the garden and they have the security, you both eat. The era of friction is designed to isolate us, to make us dependent on the very screens and systems that are currently failing. Our mission at Insight is simple: to turn the American homeowner from a passive consumer into an active producer. Go talk to your neighbors. Audit your home warehouse this weekend. The gates are closing, but your door can remain open to those you trust. I'm Sarah Collins. Stay sharp, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next briefing.